Here we go. Welcome to British Business with Matt Holland, and we are on episode 63. How are you, Charlie?
I'm all right, mate. How are you? You know,
I've
it's a long day today.
had a long day.
You had a long day. Has it been a hard paper round today?
It's been a hard paper round. In fact, someone said to me that they think if someone has got paper round on their CV, they're a grafter because
Did you have one?
I had a paper round. Yeah, did you?
Yours must have been hard round your way. Out in the sticks and up them hills, through the fields. Christ.
It was a bit of a mission, to be fair. I had two. I had one that I would cover this other kid that would never turn up, and then I would have my own.
So he was not a grafter?
No. But yeah, my mentor, Simon, kind of said like he would always look out for people with paper round on the CV when he was employing young lads because
I like that.
because you're building background, because you've got to get up every morning early before school, regardless of the rain, regardless of the weather, and go and shove papers through letterboxes. And it's kids as well doing it. Not many.
I'd get a lift on mine if it was raining.
I definitely did have a few lifts, but I think it was more.
I had a bloody hard hill to get up when I first started.
Yeah.
Mine was basically up a hill from my house, up a hill to the top of a hill, and then at the top of the hill you go around the corner and you'd grab the papers from someone's front door, and then you'd have to go down one side of the hill, up the other side of the hill, then come back down and then up the fucking hill to finish. It's a tough one, mate. And do you know what? I did that for 11 quid a week.
Mine was £7 a week.
£11 coins I used to get. £11 coins for a week's worth of work. And I remember at the time thinking, that's fucking shit. I still did that.
It was £7 for a weekend round and 15 quid for a 5
Bloody
day
hell.
round. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it was, yeah.
That's not bad, that.
And then I knocked that on the head and went and cleaned tables outside a old people's home for a little bit. And then I got my first job at Conti's in Disley Village, which is now called Sasso's, as a pot wash. And that was a baptism of fire. Let's just say
I bet.
that.
I think you mentioned that on a previous episode, actually.
Yeah, Antonio Conti, absolute dragon. I actually checked him out on Company's House the other day because when he sold his business, he kept the freehold property and leased it back to the people buying the business. And then he's had it for years and years and years, probably about 15, 20 years he's had that with a tenant in paying rent, and then he's recently sold the property to the current occupiers, and he's wound his company down because obviously he sold the property out of it. So.
And then he went into football management.
And
he had a stint at Spurs.
Yeah, Antonio Conti, he was a proper leader of men and mice.
Fair dues.
Fiery. You didn't cross him.
No, I bet.
Yeah, he used to all metal pans, he'd slam the pan down on the side, be like, Matthew! Shout at me.
Amazing, isn't it? Because if you'd done that now, what would happen?
Fucking hell. I mean, I was 14, 15 at the time. 15,
yeah.
Probably. £5 an hour.
And you kind of just accepted that as that was how kind of people are, and that's how work is, and that's the... Bloody hell. If someone did that to you now, started slamming pots around in front of you. Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, I think that still happens in hospitals.
You reckon?
I think chefs are pretty fiery, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. You are probably right. But
chefs have paddies and they throw their toys out the pram. It's a stressful environment.
Don't make them like they used to, though, do they, mate? Grafters.
Well, I don't think they can get away with the abuse there, because I used to work on the pass, so where the food would come out and I'd have all my checks and then I'd have to deliver the food to the tables. It was good. Yeah, oh my God.
No, look at you reminiscing. I love that. What a great start. That's beautiful.
What was your first job?
Oh, I did a few different things. I did have a paper round, and then I also I used to cut grass as well. So I used to help a family friend who had like a garden maintenance business. So I used to go out with him and cut people's lawns, and I used to have to make sure that the lines were real straight.
Right. Yeah.
And I'd have to go back over if I didn't keep it really straight. I think I was like 14, 15 at the time. Then, I did a bit of that for a while. And then I went and worked for a company called Russell and Bromley. So I used to be a children's shoe fitter. And that I'd started that I think when I was 15. I think my hourly rate then at 15 was like 320 plus commission. So you just get commission on all the shoe sales and stuff. So I didn't have to talk about my add-on sales and sell my shoe shine and try and sell an account card. How old am I now?
Yeah.
34.
Yeah, so I'm 36 this year in July. So I mean, I was on £5 an hour at that place. I was on £3.50 when I was cleaning the tables outside the old people.
Yeah, like sub 16, I think. But a lot of it was commission based work. So yeah, it was good though. It was good as a good learning, especially a good introduction into sales as well. Particularly talking about like upselling, add-ons, speaking about features and benefits, and yeah, it was good. That was good. I did that on a Saturday. My favourite part of that day was nipping over to Boots in town and getting myself a meal deal, which at the time was £3, and you could get the Boots one. You used to be able to get the triple sandwich. So you used to be able to get the chicken salad, a prawn mayo, and a bacon and a BLT in the triple pack for £3 with a packet of prawn cocktail and a Coke. Bargain that was, and it was great. But you always go for that one because you get free sandwiches in a container, and you're like,
a meal deal upgrade kind of guy? Do you go for the premium sandwich these days?
What do you mean? Premium sandwich?
Yeah,
I'm not really a fan of I don't know. Marks and Sparks do a nice one, don't they? But like, we don't have a cart round here, mate. It's Greg's. Right, that's dangerous. That is.
Let's not. Right, you have Pret. You don't have Greg's. You're in the south. Let's be honest.
My man, I have a Greg's Pret. Just over there by a spa. It's a concession in a spa shop, and it costs a fortune. £6.5 is the meal deal in there.
I reckon you've got a Pret membership card.
No, I haven't. No, never. Never had one. Never had one.
Working man and all that.
No, I collect beans from the Costa Express machine in the one stop near me when I do the school run. But no, I do not have a Pret card, never have done.
Coffee's expensive. My coffee machine's just broken at home.
No, God. Oh, no way. Yeah. Oh, no. Bloody hell. Call the police. Well, Matt's broken his coffee machine. What's he going to do?
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll tell you.
You have to make an instant one, won't you? Boil the kettle, drop of milk, give it a stir. Jobs are good.
I've had it 8 years. It's been with me in good times and bad times.
Yeah, I bet.
Served me well. 8 years, at least 1 or 2 coffees a day in the morning. Rip.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Matt's coffee machine.
Yeah. So
it's hard being middle class and northern, isn't it?
Oh, fuck off.
Hey, come on, what you got for me then, baby?
Are we doing what are we doing? Are we doing British business facts of the week then?
Yeah, well, I'm pissed off about one thing. I'll tell you what I'm annoyed about. It's a real minute one, but you know all this like stuff you got going on in the Middle East.
Yeah,
it started about 2 weeks ago, didn't it? Maybe 4 weeks ago. I don't know. But it's not been going very long. Already got people jumping on the bandwagon and sticking on surcharges for things because it's getting more expensive for them and they're finding little tough times. I got a notification from our waste collector the other day saying they're going to charge me an extra £1 per collection. Now, I get it's nominal, but look, fucking hell, like an extra £1 per collection just because your fuel's gone up gone up a little bit. I just think, don't know, just really got my goat. It got my goat. It did.
We had a supplier who's put a surcharge on delivery as well, so they were charging free delivery over a certain amount, but now regardless of whether it's free or not, they're charging like I think 1% or something on the.
I checked their end of year as well. 1.6 million profit last year. Got to need an extra £1 off me for their to collect that bin.
I'd fucking clap that guy through the fucking.
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah, of course you would. Yeah.
Why are you fucking bothered? People should make money.
No, they should make money. I totally get that. And I'm not against that. We're all in it to make money, and I'm pro capitalism here. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I just think at some point, especially when you're offering like services for that, those sorts of services that are necessities, I think to jump into an additional surcharge, which look, let's be realistic, will that disappear?
Well,
yet to be seen. But you're talking like a little bit of hardship, 4 or 5 weeks in, and already people are trying to pass that cost on. And I just think at some point, like, I don't know, just sometimes I feel like you just got to do what's right for your customers in that short space of time. And one of those things might be, we just hold off a couple of weeks, see what's going to go on here. I think it happens all the time. I think post-COVID I think post-COVID for me, there's a lot of people jumping into that. I think, they take the volatility and they're like, oh, we're going to run with this volatility and we're going to make a little bit of coin out of it. Thank you very much. We've got a great reason here to put prices up mid contract, etc. And I just think, I don't know, it pisses me off. This leaves a bad taste. But I know you're there to make money. I get it. I get that there's costs involved. I understand.
I think you've got to think about, right, what are the controllable costs for a business like that? So you've got labour cost, and I'd imagine fuel cost is a big part of the operating cost of the business.
Yeah, no doubt.
If they have a 10% uplift in their fuel cost, which is what's happened in a single month, just like that, out of nowhere, it's gone up by 10% roughly, because I think it's gone from, we haven't felt it at the pump yet fully in the UK, but we have
down here, mate. 176 a litre for diesel. That's nearly a 30 pence swing per litre.
I drive an electric car, mate, so I don't know.
Oh, of course you do. Yeah. You're net zero to the cows come home.
No, I just follow whatever tax incentive the government attempts to throw our way. So,
do you know what I'm saying? Though I get what you're saying. It's like a controllable cost.
Well,
but ultimately, it is that, like, fuel is a fluctuating cost, right? It's one that goes up, it's one that goes down.
You have to protect.
They don't reduce the prices for me, do they? When the fuel price drops below a certain number, but they're more than happy to put it up as it penalises them slightly. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I think any business has to make money, and I think they should. I've always said I think businesses should put up prices. I think there's a lot of business owners that are scared of putting up prices.
I think that's true.
I think micro businesses and small businesses, I mean, that is still a small, medium-sized enterprise, that business doing, what was it, 1 point something?
Well, turning over 64 mil a year, yeah.
Still an SME, I think, by definition.
Well, by definition, 250 employees. I don't know the count. I don't know the head count.
Maybe.
But yeah.
So they're a big small business, let's say that. They're doing all right, they've done well, but they will have some significant machinery costs, like equipment. I bet that business is an absolute nightmare to run.
Oh, I bet it is as well. There's a lot of regulation, increasing regulation. I wouldn't know where to start, But I get that. I totally understand.
But it's customers of businesses, and those businesses are struggling, finding it hard. They've chucked an extra £1 on every collection to offset this cost.
And it's nominal, isn't it? It's just, for me, it's just like, oh, bang! It's another one where it's like
death by 1,000 cuts.
Exactly. Straight, another one. Oh, do you know what? We'll just have a little bit more of them. We'll have a little something else. No, what should be happening is that, because the fluctuating prices happen at the pump, what should be happening is we go, oh, do you know what? All that VAT and all that duty that the majority of a litre of diesel or the majority of a litre of petrol is made up of, what there should be is government relief straight away, where they cut that and they effectively help with the fluctuations.
But they can't do that.
But private bit. Oh yeah, well exactly. It was another thing, isn't it? But it could be done really quickly, couldn't it? But they can't make a decision quicker than a private business can make.
Well, I've got
to increase the cost.
I've got a solution to that fuel issue.
Go electric.
Well, that won't solve it. But why are we not tapping into the remaining? Because there's not a tremendous amount. But why are we not tapping into the oil reserves in the North Sea?
Because the Greens wouldn't like it, will they?
Why are we not prospecting for more oil reserves in the North Sea, around the Shetland Isles, off the Falkland Isles?
Fuck those.
Like, we should be supporting BP, British Petroleum, and any operators in the UK. We should be supporting them, because surely it's more cost effective and more secure for us to have access to natural resources that we have.
I don't know the economics on it, but it absolutely baffles me, because we're so obsessed in having all these nice to haves, aren't we? Oh, it'd be so good if we didn't have any. If there was no emissions coming out of the United Kingdom, it'd be so great if we're net zero. It'd be fantastic. All these beautiful, nice things, but we don't ever face into any actual reality.
But then that doesn't make any sense, though, because if you bring in oil and gas in from the Middle East, you've got to ship it here and burn diesel fuel.
I know.
It's less environmentally friendly.
It's actually dirtier, but we just offset it and we say we're doing some fantastic stuff by not doing it ourselves. It's bollocks. It's all bollocks. Honestly, if you listen, so someone who talks really well on this, I'm fucking off now. I am rolling.
I'm gonna mute my mic. You carry on.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't regurgitate some of the information, but Konstantin Kristnin, he talks a lot about this. He was on the episode of Diary of the CEO. He's got a really good book actually called I think it's called A Love Letter to the West. So he was born in Soviet Russia.
Right.
Moved here when he was young to go to school. His parents sent him away, got him out of there. But it's a really, really good book. But from a political standpoint, if you like, he's neither one nor the other. He just kind of sees everything for what it is. And he talks a lot on the episode of the Diary of the CEO about net zero, how it's wild, how all the things that we do are all nice to have. So they're all things that we never face into the things that we necessarily need or do, or take the tough choices that actually mean that we can help us or help our survival and make things better for us in this country. We're just so obsessed doing all these nicey things, all these beautiful things, all these additional rights we're giving people for working from the 1st of April and all that bollocks. It's just like, right over.
Anything else before I just get...
No, you can interject now. You can interject. Please, Matt, if you'd like just come in and give your piece, that'd be fantastic. Here you go. I'm going to calm down now.
Balance it out slightly, maybe, or...
We'll have to have a vape.
You can vape if you want, if that's the look you want to portray. That's fine.
No. Just need to calm down a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Fags.
I think a business should put prices up if it's experiencing higher costs. I think the stuff going on in Iran it's just a fucking shit show. Let's be honest. Like, I'm not impressed. But I mean, our response and involvement has been pretty hilarious as the UK naval maritime kind of like country. Historically, we haven't got any ships that work. We can't send any over there to protect the oil vessels trying to get in and out of that area. Like, it's just an absolute joke. We're a joke. I won't comment more on that, but then my point on the fuel and oil and gas in the North Sea, it's close proximity to us. The technology's improved massively over the last few years.
Yep.
The Labour Party and the Conservatives have chose to slowly reduce the amount that we're drawing out of it, and also basically penalise companies and or not allow them, that's the most recent thing, to prospect for new oil and gas. So when we do that, that means we're reliant upon other countries' resources. And then as soon as something pops off globally, or even within Europe.
It's happened twice, hasn't it? It's happened twice in the last...
Yeah, you've got Ukraine. I mean, it's happened on and off over the years. Like, something. We've had COVID, Ukraine, and now this. They're three big things, in my opinion. Oh, we had that Evergreen ship that kind of got lodged in the... do you remember that when that popped off and it delayed everything?
And the Suez Canal.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Mate, he just turned on the steering wheel a bit too hard, didn't he? Next thing you know, he's adjacent to it.
Yeah, pissed up, and they couldn't fucking get it out for weeks.
Yeah.
So we've had all that, but I think if a business experiences a cost because of a crisis, it should. I disagree with you. I think they should put the price up.
Well, we can agree to disagree there, can't we?
Yeah. Well, what you're saying is maybe they should wait.
That's it. I think there's too often we see like a global influence or an event that happens in and around us, and I say us, but big business specifically, they see this happen and it's like, fuck yeah, that's our opportunity. That one there. This is the reason.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you.
But I don't think small businesses don't behave like that, do they? They can't behave like that, or they feel like they can't behave like that. I think 99 times out of 100 they would be able to, but there's always that feeling and that of like, okay, well, I just need to let me just try and muddle my way through this for a bit.
I disagree. I think small business should put the prices up. I think if you are a B2B business, I think you need to respect yourself and you need to put your prices up. And I think sometimes we get obsessed with volume and growth, and actually you need to be profitable. And if your customers don't respect the fact that you're going to charge a bit more, then you don't want them as a customer. Let them go out elsewhere. And the reason why I say that is because my view, if it was my business, is I would be offering exceptional customer service. It was a slick system, and that's what you pay for. So for me, like, I think being a premium business, and you don't mean to rip people off, but I think like you do need to charge what you need to charge. Yeah, there's nothing these.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'd say you're probably coming at that from a position of like a little bit more of a stable footing. You know, you are of a certain size. There's that you've got some good stability around you and good stability that you're building your foundations on now after years and years of graft. But for those of us that are like very much living month to month still. It's
Well,
like that is still but that is still a big decision, and it's still one of those ones that kind of rattles around in the back of your head, and you think, oh fucking hell, I
I
don't want
get
to
what
do
you're
that.
saying.
Do
It's
you
that
know what I
kind
mean?
of do I want to miss out on revenue or do I want to be profitable? And my
Yeah,
view, having been chasing both of those things over the years, what I'm saying is that I think sometimes I respect it when someone comes to me and says, "Matt, we're putting our prices up a little bit." I go, "Okay, let me review it. I'll come back to you." And there will be a negotiation with me. That's
yeah.
just to be clear to anyone listening that's thinking, "Oh, I'll just put the prices up
It
for Matt,"
wasn't
including
that.
you, Charlie.
No.
There will be a conversation. But my point is that like you should have those conversations. It
Yeah,
shouldn't be a
yeah,
taboo. Like, and those guys, maybe the way they've done it, they've just sent you a letter and said we are putting our price up £1, and you've got no choice because probably in the contract it stipulates that
yeah,
if there's a fuel change or whatever, they can add surcharges and
yep,
stuff like that.
yep,
Take it or leave it, kind of thing.
yep.
Well, not even take it or leave it. Take it because
Basically,
you can't
take it,
leave
and that's
because
your
you're
lot.
contracted
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there. So you're annoyed about that. It's the same with the ICO when we were chatting about that the other week.
100%.
Obviously, Amy's furious about that.
Sorry, I just gone off on one. Really, I don't even know if I've taken you off of subject here, do I? But
Well, I think that's what the podcast is about, mate. But I mean, we don't have to go over the topic. What I was going to say, my British business facts of the week, is the UK now spends over £300 billion a year on welfare, more than it raises from VAT, and not far off total income tax receipts.
fucking hell, that's a lot, isn't it?
So the title of today's episode that I wanted to chat to you about is why work doesn't pay in the UK.
Because we like all the nice to haves, don't we? We like all the niceties. We like to be really supportive,
Comfortable,
and really helpful, and make people feel comfortable in their lives is ultimately what it's all about, right?
Well,
You
I
know,
would
no
agree that.
disrespect, but no disrespect, but you're stressed, or you're struggling finding work. It's okay. It's okay. You stay at home. We've got you. It's fine.
Well, I think there's a bit of that. I think generally the population lives beyond its means. Like we like luxuries.
Yeah.
We're a Western nation now. We lean into that. Everyone has the latest smartphone.
Yeah, we've all got a £1,000 iPhone in our pockets, haven't we?
Yeah, there's a culture, but no money in our bank accounts. And then the government are doing the same thing. It's the same behaviour. So it's a cultural issue. But then when you look at it from a welfare state perspective, well, my view is the welfare state should exist and it should be
Agreed.
it should be there for you to fall back upon
Agreed.
in your times of need. So say, for example, your business goes bust and you need
Yeah.
a bit of support, you should be able to tap into that basic income,
Credit.
universal credit,
Yeah.
and have that there. What I don't agree with is, it's income assessed. So have you got any savings? Have you got any X? Have you got what? Oh, you can't claim. So working people that have worked all their lives, when they do need it, they can't use it. If they've got £1,000 or £2,000 in the bank, you've got to use that first.
Mm.
And I think that's wrong.
Mm. State pension as well comes into that, right? As well.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. But pensions, the state pension's not included in this welfare state number.
No, but it would be a welfare spend, wouldn't it?
I don't think it is.
Okay, well.
We'll fact check that, Charlie. After
Yeah, it might not be. I might be talking about a shit, to be honest with you. But work in general doesn't pay that at the moment, does it? I mean, let's be honest.
That's my point.
Regardless of that whole being in work and being out of work and welfare, take that completely out of the equation. The amount of hours that a business owner or an entrepreneur is putting into the effort to what they're doing, it isn't repaying us, and it isn't repaying us quickly. There's no like. I'm not saying there should be an immediate reward. There isn't like any sort of even short-term, medium-term reward. There might be some long-term if you get it right, but by God, have you got to go through some shit to get there, and you've got to pay an awful lot in tax before you do get to anywhere near it. Am I right?
Just to apologise, the state pension is included in that number. It's 120 billion of the 300 billion.
Stick with me, Chuck. You'll go far.
Yeah, thank you, mate. trying to fact check us a little bit more as we go.
Lovely.
Yeah, I suppose the reason why I'm raising it is because I think and I'm not really angling it from the business owner's perspective. I'm angling it from the employee's perspective, actually,
Okay.
because it's April. We're doing a bit of a pay review at the moment, where obviously minimum wage the increase happens. Next week
Next
it
Wednesday.
comes into play. So we've got this situation where we're having to put everyone's wage up a little bit potentially.
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah.
to. I think that's what we're going to do. Some people might not. Some people will, and it's a difficult decision. It's based obviously on a few different things. But I look at those individuals across my business and people I know's businesses and their people, and I go, fucking hell, why would you turn up for work and earn so close to what you could have if you just were sat on
Something you're
universal
asked doing
credit
nothing.
with 5
Difficult one,
kids?
isn't it? It's a difficult one. I like to believe that there are still there, that people in general still want to do something, right? But
How was your recent hiring
I'm mate.
experience?
My what?
How was your recent hiring experience? Like in terms of not the people you hired, but people you didn't hire. Like you can't comment on individuals, but like, what was the quality of candidates like?
The number of applicants was really high. I was quite surprised at the number of applicants, how high they were. The people that we saw, I think, were really, really good. Ended up being quite a tough choice for us because we invited people in and kind of got them in to do like a little trial shift or trial hour, so to speak. Whereas like a have a go kind of interview, which is really good. And kind of we also got the girls to run that and then almost feedback on who they thought adapted really well. So it wasn't just like our decision. And we ended up hiring like 2 great people. They've been fantastic. But on the whole, there was a lot of I'd say there was a lot of immediate no's. I'd say
Chaff.
from a.
Did you have many people that just didn't turn up for interview?
No, do you know what? Everyone was pretty good. Everyone
Really?
we spoke to were pretty keen. Yeah, I guess you do a lot more hiring than I do. This is a once in a blue moon kind of equation.
Yeah, but I don't think the wages are massively different between a warehouse operative in my business and what you were paying for that. And you don't have to comment, but ours is like warehouse operatives are basically on the living wage now. So,
yeah,
because it's just kind of we've always paid above that. We probably will pay above it again this winter, but we're kind of they're basically the same number now.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of people that would book an interview in and then not turn up for the interview. And having done a bit of reading about that, like it's a big thing apparently where when you're on universal credit, you have to demonstrate that you're actively pursuing work, you're actively having interviews, you're actively applying for jobs. So what they do is they'll take the screenshot on Indeed that you've been offered the interview, and then they just won't return your calls and turn up. We probably get about 40% of people that are scheduled face-to-face interviews. 40% of interviews or trial shifts don't turn up.
It's a lot of wasted time and effort trying to do that as well, isn't it? And the reality is all you want to do is just get on and employ someone so you can keep growing your business and keep offering the level of service to your customers you want to do. It's mad. But whilst there's that pull away from work, then it's always going to happen, right?
We've had people turn up for shifts and then go, not really enjoying this. I'm going to go. So, the stories I could tell you, but my point is like, if they turn up and they've got to work for me, and then versus they could be sat at home chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it should pay to work. That's
Absolutely.
my point. That's what I'm trying to get across there. Is like, it should, like in the UK, I don't feel like the general population are incentivized. Like, say you're earning 35 grand a year, hypothetically, as an employee, right? Why would you want to push on to 50? Right. Well, okay, right. You push on to 50. You're doing really well. Got a decent salary there.
Move your tax bracket straight into the next one.
But then the next one is like, and I think this is key, is I think that when you're sat around that 50k a year income, going to 75, 80, it's like, what's the point?
Lots of people talk about that, don't they? Well, there's a lot of talk about that. I don't know. I've never earned that amount of money, so.
Well, you will one day, mate. The government just take 40% of it.
Yeah. Take.
Or whatever it is. Like, I don't know what I'm paying tax. I pay a lot. That's all I know. Paid a lot of money out on corp tax this last week.
Have ya?
yeah.
Is that why you're
I'm
looking
not,
a little bit haggard?
yeah, I'm not in a, tax is not a favourite topic for me at the moment.
No, I bet it's not.
But someone said to
Why
me
is it
last
not?
time I,
Why is it not? Why? Apart from the obvious of actually giving it to a
well, it's just
government that will
difficult.
spend
It's
it. What? Why?
my
Why?
view. Yeah, my view on tax. So that I've framed today because I wanted to talk about tax a little bit. But like this with the welfare state, I'm pro welfare state. I think if you,
Hmm.
like I say, you've heard what I said
I want to
before.
help loads of people.
It should be there. And I think if someone's got a genuine disability or if things are impacting their mental health in the short
Yep.
term, they need support, the state should back them. I'm like, take my money, Rachel,
Yeah.
go and help those people. But then I'm getting the piss taken out of me. That's how
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
And then the
But
government are wasting
that comes from a centralised government making rules that effectively make it really, really easy to bend and break, right?
But yeah, I
And
would
make it
say.
very, very easy for it to not be
Well, some
attractive.
countries have got it right. Like if you look at Norway as an example, they've got a welfare system in that country, but it's protected.
Hmm.
You have to be a Norwegian citizen. You like the, there's a lot of things that they do to make sure. And there's also I was reading about it. Have a look if you listen to this and you type in on Claude or ChatGPT. Can you tell me about the Norwegian benefit system, the welfare state, and ask it to compare it versus the UK? It's astonishing, like the stuff they're doing over there to try and help people back into work. And like we need to be doing that. We need to be more proactive. But my point comes back to it needs to pay to work. Why would you want to work if you're paying so much in tax? But then you need an efficient country. So yeah, and from a position of like my view on tax and VAT and all that stuff, I think if you pay in tax, it means you're making money. So what you just need to shut
Yeah.
up basically. So that's kind of my stance to myself is that you just need to get on with it, Matthew. But
Does it
it's
hurt?
it's frustrating because from an entrepreneurial perspective, I'm like that money I'm going to give you, I could use that and I
Yep.
could make more money, and then you would have more money, Mr. HMRC. You would get more money because I've created more money.
You'd also be able to create jobs,
Create jobs, employ people.
give
So
a better service level,
yeah, and I'm
do
just
some,
like,
solve a few problems, solve a few issues, make things better for people in the industry or the area in which you're working in. Yeah, I get
yeah,
it.
yeah. So
But your pot is bled dry, and you go, there you go.
yeah, I mean, we're in a very fortunate position at the minute where we've still got considerable cash reserves at the minute, and there's a couple of things that we're trying to do this year and want to do them, but it's just like we're still able to do them. We're still able to do what we want to do, but it's just like it's tighter than it needs to be. We could
Yeah,
have a surplus and be able to do that if we hadn't paid so much out
yeah,
in tax this last year. It's
yeah.
like, and the
But at
personal
least you're making
tax,
money.
we are making money, yeah. Yeah, because I know not every business makes money. I've been
If you're
there.
making money at the moment, I think you're doing a bloody good job. So
Yeah,
to you
we're
those three people that are listening to our podcast, if any of you make any money at the end of the year, I doff my cap to you. You're doing a great job. Give yourself a pat on the back because it ain't easy.
It's not easy, but also sometimes you have to fail to work the recipe out. So actually, like if it was just I'm making money, it's great. Well, then you're not going to be obsessed over your costs.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
no, yeah, it's
Like
fair.
I was looking at a P&L for someone a couple of weeks ago, and their P&L, I think it's difficult because they're in a process of evolution within the business. The business is growing, but the cost base. This is the problem that entrepreneurs don't realize is entrepreneurial people are very easy to get the card out and pay for things and go, yeah, I need that, I need this. And I think we're about to enter into a period now where we need to basically protect the cash. So I said to my
Oh, it's a
accountant
shame,
earlier
isn't
on,
it?
well, no, it's an important process, I think. So
Yeah, I
I
mean, it's a
think
shame for me.
I I think businesses need to go through periods of forced austerity when you don't need to,
Yeah,
because it makes you leaner and it makes you better. So I'm gonna force austerity on my business a little bit, not massively, not like negatively, but like just control the cash and stop cash bleed, because there's this just very easy just to like drip cash
yeah.
out
When things are good,
unnecessarily. Yeah,
When things are good and when you're busy, it's like, yeah, come in for an extra day. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll have an extra 2 of you in tomorrow if you're available. Yeah, come on, you come on in.
Yeah.
But you're right. Those are the times. Those ones are the times.
Yeah, it's not just that though. It's like IT subscriptions. It's like
Yeah, oh yeah, they get away from you, don't they? Bloody hell.
yeah. So you can very easily have lots of software, recurring payments there. It's travel and subsistence. Like, do we
Yeah.
need to book a hotel for that, or can we not go on that little trip?
Yeah.
Like, I was going to go down to London in the next. I might still go, but it's like, but if you go down, like, we're obviously in Manchester. If you go down to London, well, my view is I don't want to go down there unless I'm staying over for a couple of nights because it's a long way. I want to stay in a decent hotel. I'm not staying in a shithole. So by the time it's like a few £100.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to just batten down the hatches. And I think sometimes business owners, you do have to tighten the purse strings. And I think, okay, Mr. Bin Man has he's asking for an extra £1 per bin per week. Well, you need to make sure that you're being efficient elsewhere to offset that cost.
Yeah,
because it adds up. Fair. This is the thing: is it adds up all these little things.
Well, you're right. It's death by 1,000 cuts, isn't it?
Yes, 100%. So someone goes, "Oh, it's only £500. It'll be fine." That well, no, that £500 is £500. So I suppose, and I think my point is that I think the government needs to think about that a little bit with the welfare state. It's like, how can we be a bit more efficient rather than going, we're not going to be more efficient. We're just going to get more money off these people because they have money. They're evil. Those people with money, they're evil. And it's like, well, no, because they've worked for that, in my opinion. What else is going on in Charlie's world at the moment?
I went to a lovely FSB Federation of Small Businesses networking event just now.
When are they sponsoring us, by the way?
What, the Federation of Small Businesses? Have I said them a few times? I have, actually.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's good, actually. Do you know what? I think sometimes when you go to networking events, they can like feel a little bit stuffy, can't they? And then it ends up being like a little bit of forced small talk. And I'm always like a little bit, I don't know, like, I know we talk without purpose here, but for me, there is a real big purpose for it. It makes me feel fantastic and it feels like therapy. So regardless of whether or not anyone watches this 45-minute session or whatever it might be of talking to you about stuff that's going on within the business is fantastic. I think quite often when you go to a networking event, it's a bit stuffy, a bit small talky. It's like, oh, yeah, this is what I do. This is what you do. Okay, can I have one of your business cards? Great. Well, there was a bit of that tonight, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, it just felt like really natural. It was in a pub. A couple of people did a talk, including myself, learning a bit about who we are, where we come from, what we do, what's important, which is really nice. And then afterwards, people were like approaching and chatting and offering to buy each other drinks, and it was nice. It was good, actually. I really enjoyed it. It was the first time I've come away from one, and I think one of the most important things is I got an opportunity to talk there. And I've heard people say that about things before, is that unless you can get an opportunity to talk at some of these events, and they're not necessarily worth some of your time. And I don't know if that is the case, but certainly for me, having 5 minutes to talk about us and what we're doing, I think it was really beneficial. So I would highly recommend. Well, you've been going to a couple, haven't you? You've been doing some informal like networking events and stuff. I think they're worth doing if you put yourself out. And I didn't want to go either. I was well anti it.
Yeah, I'm a member of an organisation. I'm only a new member, so I won't mention it fully. But I'm quite happy with how it's going. It's been a good experience so far. I actually didn't go to the networking event this week. Mine are all remote, which is super awesome for me. But I've had a pretty stressful week this week, so I've kind of.
You had your head in clawed?
Yeah, I had my head in clawed last week. I think what happened was I was in the Netherlands, had an easier week, and then I came back like, right, let's fucking go. And then I went to my desk, and last week I just worked straight. I didn't do any exercise. And then this week I've gone into like, there's just lots going on. There was some big decisions need to be made today, and I think it impacted me a little bit this week. I think the stress got to me. And I just think sometimes like you've got to listen to yourself, but then at the same time you've got to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like I was chatting with someone else just earlier, and he was saying that he's finding it a bit hard at the moment. It's not easy. It doesn't
No.
get any easier. Like the
No.
complexity you said before, like, oh well, it's easy for you to say, Matt, kind of like put your price that you're in, like you fucking. You didn't say it. I know you love.
I didn't say it like that.
Ivory Tower, and this
Didn't
is
say
what
that.
I heard. Yeah, but the stress, it doesn't. It's the same.
No.
So like this thing that stressed me out, it's a positive thing. And like Monday night, I was awake. I went to bed and then I woke up at like 1:30 in the morning. I couldn't get back to sleep. My brain was just like firing.
Just wired.
Like, just problem solving. Like, oh, what about this? How could we do it that way? Could we work on this? And
fuck that, mate. You got to get sleep.
my brain.
I've been getting some good rest. I'm trying to go to bed earlier, and I feel a lot better for it. It's amazing. Your body actually needs sleep.
Have you listened to or read the book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker?
I have.
It's such a good book.
It's a very good book. Do you know what? One of the best books I've ever read. I recommend that to so many people, but it is fantastic.
Very, very good.
Very good. It's basically at the root of all evil if you don't get it, isn't it? In essence.
Yeah.
Another book that's very good is called Breathe. I can't remember who it's by.
I've been going back in my...
but it's about how we breathe, basically, and how that's equally as important. So, yeah, Why We Sleep, Matthew Walker, and then Breathe. I'm going to find out now.
Have you been using your cold plunge? You have a cold plunge, don't you?
No, I emptied it at the weekend. Need to get back into that. No, I was fighting Wessex. I've been fighting Wessex Water on a water bill for a long time, to be honest with you.
Oh God, what do they?
So I thought I better not use any more.
Should we?
No, they just tried to charge us like 5 times as much for water.
Should we have an ice bath competition in April?
Oh God, it's always a fucking competition with you, isn't it?
Well, we've got to do it because what is it? Charlie 0 KM Smith.
I haven't. I must admit, I have not been for a run in a long time. Not since I struggled for a 10-kilometre. Breathe by James Nestor. Very, very good book. Breathe by James Nestor and Why We Sleep, Matthew Walker. Two very good books.
Yeah,
really like them. Yeah, same.
Yeah, I've got Manchester Marathon in a couple of weeks. 3 weeks in, and my training has not been great this time.
You'll get through it though, mate, because you're locked in up here.
Yeah,
you'll get through.
Actually retarded, I think.
Yeah, partially sighted as well. Talk to me about ChatGPT question of the week, I reckon.
Yeah. I think this might be the last week that ChatGPT gets to ask the question.
Why? I know why, because Claude's going to ask the question from now on, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've replaced.
I've been deep diving in that as well after our conversation the other week. It's fucking fantastic. It is amazing what is the capable. I mean, I've been robbed off for a few more tokens because I've been going absolutely wacky on it.
You've been spending money like you've.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, there's no austerity over here at the moment. I'm like, look, just feed me, baby, and I'm just prompting left, right, and centre trying to work all this stuff out. But it's really, really good. I'd love to do it for a few days though, as opposed to like just a couple of hours here and there.
So all the profit from those bottle openers, that's just been spent on tokens, has it?
Yeah.
Those bottle openers are good, by the way.
Thank you. I'm glad you like them.
I was surprised at the quality for what we paid for them. I thought, really good.
Is this an ad? Yeah, I love that. For those of you who don't know, promotional items as well. So we put your brand on clothing. We also put your brand on other stuff. We put your brand on promotional items too. Yeah, we can do the lot.
Or you can just go straight.
Shut up.
I'm gonna grow that business next year. This next 12 months.
Good.
Workwear. I'm gonna double the size of it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
It's a sleeping behemoth. That I think we're going to destroy.
I told you that. I told you that about 12 months ago. I told you about 12 months ago, but that's okay. You've come up with the idea. That's fine.
Well, it's doing. I think best part of £1 million.
Yeah, that's pretty decent, mate. But it is a sleeping giant.
Yeah, I think
it's massive.
It could be huge for us.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
question.
ChatGPT question of the week.
Yeah.
How would you fix the UK's system so that work genuinely pays, particularly for lower and middle earners? Do you want me to answer this?
Well, the tax thresholds need to shift, don't they? Let's be honest with you. There's one thing, bang on the money, that has to happen.
What would you do? So you'd change?
You'd have to rate. They have to all shift. You got to. There's way too much fiscal drag at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, £20,000.
You know, those thresholds have not changed. I don't know the fact on the actual year, but they have not changed for an awful long time. Yeah. And bearing in mind we've been running at X amount for inflation over the past 5 years, they should have shifted a lot further than what they have done. They should have shifted beforehand, but they definitely should shift now. So not being funny, but you start. I don't know what is what's the tax? What do you pay on a 50 grand salary? Yeah, what do you pay on? What's the percentage on a 50 grand salary?
Well, it's thresholds, isn't it? So you get £12,000 tax free.
£12,570.
Yeah, whether it's dividend income or a
we know that one, right?
Yeah. So if it's on PAYE, I think it's the first from 12,000 upwards to I think is it 35k.
Yeah,
it's 20%, and then after that it changes. I know. I'm not sure because I'm on the dividend stuff, obviously. But
I'm not being funny, but like now, 35 grand salary. Say you're living on your Todd, fucking no chance.
Yeah, I mean,
no chance.
The take home for a 35k.
I'm gonna go. Do you want me to go for it?
Go on. What is the take home for a 35k salary in the UK?
Hang on, wait. Let me work this out. No, I don't know if I can work it out. I think it's just over £2,000 a month.
£2,400.
I was going to say 222.
Yeah. So to answer the thresholds that are applicable there, you've got taxable income. So 12,570 is tax free, and then 22,000 of it is taxed at 20% basic rate. Because I think that what's the next threshold?
50. 52?
Yeah, it's 50k, yeah. Because ours is, what is it? We get 500 quid on your dividends. You get your tax-free allowance, then you get your 500
quid, yeah.
It's good, that, isn't it? Do you remember when that was 10 grand?
I don't, because I wasn't running the business then. So, but yeah.
It was like 8 grand for a few years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? But that needs to happen, should have happened, won't happen.
Yeah, so this is the problem. So when you hit the 50,270 quid mark, after that, the government takes 40%.
Yeah, 40%.
But then it gets worse, mate. When you get over that 100k, it's not good.
Well, yeah, there's lots of people that are not accepting. The people are not accepting pay rises. People are not accepting promotions.
Well, basically,
it's pointless going over it.
If you've got a really good, profitable business, like you'd be a mug to pay yourself more than 100k a year. Because you're just literally being inefficient. You're better off putting it into your pension or leaving it in the company.
Yeah, mental. We're not financial advisors, by the way.
No, we're not. But,
disclaimer: this is not financial advice.
Yeah, but to answer the question from my end, I think we basically we need to make the welfare state a bit more efficient, encourage people back into the workplace. Tax thresholds need tweaking to make people feel like they've got more money at the end of every month.
Yep.
And I think you've got to penalise people as well that are on long-term universal credit that are choosing not to work. I don't know what that. I was speaking to someone I know, and he was saying, well, you can't send them to go and do litter picking and stuff like that, but you can force them to go and do community volunteering. Why can't they go and help out people and do stuff for the community? I don't know. It's not. The balance is not there.
No. I agree.
Right. Next week.
Yeah.
We're going to chat about. I think we should do another episode on Claude because
because I've been literally diving straight in deep there. I was going to say balls deep, but
piece of software, haven't you?
I'm going to try. I am going to give it a go. Yeah, I want to devote some real time to it because it's quite fascinating. But like I said to you before, we've had a problem where we're thinking front end to back end, and not working in the middle. And I listened to Daniel Priestley again on Diary of the CEO last week. I think it's his seventh visit, and it was really, really good. And I left it, and I was thinking, why don't I just have a go at this? Why am I so anti it? Why am I so I can't do it? I was like, fuck this. I'm going to start prompting and see where we get to. And I tell you what, in a couple of hours, I'm like, what the fuck? This is
Have you been
amazing.
using the voice note mode where you dictate to it rather than type?
No, I have
That
not
is
actually,
a
but
game changer. That
apparently
is
so.
game changer.
Our good pal
So
Sam, videographer Sam, said
yeah,
to
yeah,
me,
yeah.
he said just talk to it, so upload some video note, upload some voice notes and stuff, and I need to.
It's so good, honestly.
I'm still trying to work out the whole like relationship between like code, co-work, projects, different
Just
chat,
yeah.
all that. I'm not very good at all this organisational stuff. I never have been. It's like blah, 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 blah. But it's it's quite impressive to be fair.
Co-work is very good.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Mental actually.
Next week's episode we'll do on it. And then did I tell you I'd booked a holiday?
Yeah, you said you were
Yeah.
stood at the football with Arthur, and you were chatting to one of their dads, and he said, "Oh, I'm going on holiday in a couple of weeks." You said, "Oh, where are you going?" And he said, "Do you mind if I come with you?" Which I thought was amazing, by the way.
So
you're like, fuck it, I booked it there and then.
So kids and wife are coming as well. I'm not going on that.
I love that. It's so funny when you said that.
Yeah. So Arthur and
you sent me a screenshot of you doing all your work. You did your little 7 till 7 doing your coding, which I thought was pretty impressive anyway. And then I didn't hear a peep from you for a few days until I got a voice note that said, "Oh mate, you love this. I'll just do it."
Yeah, that was gnarly last Friday. I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. My brain was just like firing. Got to my desk for like 6:30 and I didn't leave till like fucking 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's mad.
I'm like, when I'm locked in, I'm like, it's unhealthy, basically.
Yeah, that's
There's
mad.
no balance with me when I get locked in like that.
No, fair play, yeah.
Wired in. I did some pretty cool shit. I've got Claude Code properly installed now, and I've been doing just playing with it, testing with it. We've got a couple of concepts that we're going to try and have a go at. So
yeah, maybe you could like teach me how that fucking thing works then, because I haven't got a clue. But if I could ever get hold of you, you could actually just say to me, "Look, this is what it means," because you're the geek out of in our relationship. Let's be honest.
I am a nerd. 100%.
You are a nerd, yeah.
I'm a nerd. I'm an SEO pay-per-click nerd. I love it. I love all that stuff. I love tech, the AI stuff. I love it's changing the world.
I think we should talk more about it then. Let's talk about our journey on it, because we're on one, aren't we?
Maybe we should have a Claude check-in each week.
Yeah, okay, decent. Love that. New feature.
But that would mean you would have to be concise with your ramblings at the start.
That's fine. I can do that for you.
Well, actually, I think I can mute you. So I'll just mute you.
And then you can just start talking about something else.
Yeah. And then you'll get...
You better act.
I'll take the earphones out, and then I'll be like, right, and today we're going on, and then I won't be able to hear your bullshit.
Thanks, mate. Well, I love you too.
Yeah. Also, will you fucking start turning up on time for these episodes?
That is no.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Gosh.
Really appreciate it. And if you're still here now, comment in the comments. We've had some good comments recently. I've been chatting with a couple of people.
Oh, good.
A couple of people messaged me on Instagram. So drop us a DM on Instagram, me or Charlie. Charlie's what are you?
I'm the self-proclaimed workwear expert.
Yeah. So
the workwear expert. Yeah, Charlie.
And if that's a bit dry for you, then drop me a
message. Classic. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, Jacob, appreciate you, mate. Thanks for listening. Jacob from Lockwood Smocks, he'll be there. Who else? Your mum?
Business partner Tom. Thanks for listening, Tom.
Are we going to get Tom on? Because he's
like, yeah, let's get him on. He can have a chat with us, can't he?
He's the A side, isn't he? You were saying
the beta.
Yeah,
the beta Charlie. He is.
Who's the alpha?
I'm the alpha.
You need an alpha.
Yeah, I am.
Not sure about that, mate.
Fuck
See you later.
See you later, brother.